So the episode opens with a juxtaposition of Yaya and her sister getting ready for the day, and Yaya, her daughter, and Debbie Morgan head on to church. And Debbie Morgan getting the peppermint out, but her rapper's real loud and everybody looking at her, especially the sister. So after church, she gonna ask Lance Gross if he know a contractor that won't rip her off. Meanwhile, the grandmama telling her daughter Leah, look, your sister is out here being a menace, and your daughter is going to embarrass us with her partying. I need you to take care of both. This is an embarrassment. So Yaya go up to Leah and says, look, we got off on the wrong foot. And she said, well, you called me the maid. You pulled up my mama's police record. She said, girl, you saved your money for a summer house to flaunt while we live here all year long. You want to have a fling with black excellence, but we are black excellence. Back at the Heezy, Leah telling Morris Chestnut, yeah, I kind of pushed my daddy out because he was doing illegal activities that would have brought the company down eventually. But back at Yaya's Heezy, the DNA came, and he is the pappy, and Leah is the sister. The daughter said, well, what about doing what Mama Eve asked? And Yaya's like, I ain't spreading her ashes nowhere near here. These people are poopy. So we see Morris Chestnut have a little meeting with his business partner who, had it easy all his life because he white and privileged. But now we're at the Charity Society and we're doing floral arrangements. And we see Leah is still picking on Yaya. Oh, honey, all that baby's breath, this is charity, but we don't want it to look cheap. But is she talking about looking cheap? Her daughter walk in looking real cheap and real high. So the mama invite the daughter to her Forbes shoot tomorrow and says, let's have lunch and talk. And she's like, okay, because I need to fess something. But she run off because she had to throw up. And of course the mama start going through her phone and realizes she's got a baby Les, a baby Les. Don't stress her out. You saw what happened on Power. So we gone in the brunch with planning for the Black Diamonds ball to celebrate Leah taking over the company. And Leah tells one of her friends, I need you to drop these bouquets off at my mama's house. And she says, oh, I have my son's riding lessons. But Leah just walks out the room. She don't care. So Yaya says, you know what? I'll take it over to the mama. Now, you don't know how much that mama don't like you, but I can't wait to see the sizing up. On her way out, Yaya runs into Morris Chestnut, and she's like, hey, you see my application? And he's like, I did, but I need to see a little more business stratagem. She's like, dang, I gotta be on the map to get on the map? That's how it works. So Yaya's dropping the stuff off, and we see this lady, Rose Franklin, is not Leah's mama, but Morris's mama. And she has a little touch of dementia, so she thinks Yaya is Leah. So Yaya starts pumping her for information about her mama's arrest, and she finds out that everybody knew that there was a secret baby. She said, well, the mama sold the baby for 50 grand, and that's why the baby went home with them other people. I was the president of the Gracities. I know all the tea. Oh, and the grandmama's in some type of home that she can't leave. However, back at Yaya's, Lance Gross stops by with the blueprints, and she asks him to the party she's going to tonight. But he shows her on the plans, you got a secret room over here, and it's filled with their mother's old stuff. However, over at the Forbes photo shoot, Leah and her daughter are having an uncomfortable conversation. So over at the Forbes photo shoot, Leah telling her daughter, I'm a little nervous, but then here comes Joe Morton to gum up the works. He'll give you the quintessential parental read. Leah telling her daddy, is he trying to big up her and tell her, you might have to dabble in the grace. She said, I'm sorry, but I remember I got a half-sister somewhere. I know you was cheating on mom. He tell her, child, just enjoy your Forbes magazine, and he walk off. But she turns over to the makeup table and realizes it's stocked with Yaya's products. And she said that heifer is everywhere. So she go by her house to say, you know what, I just want to see your operation since you could be representing the Franklin family name. And I'd like to get to know more about you. You know that's your sister. So she's strutting through saying, you're from Boston, right? Oh yeah, Leah knows. However, Leah has her daughter in tow, so Yaya asks her, hey, how's Taylor doing? And the mama said, oh, don't nobody care about her. That's a party girl, and hopefully this will break that hold that she has on you. And the daughter says, no, I love her. And you told me you love me no matter what, so I am your baby Les. So she just coming out in front of Yaya. Leah gonna say, of course I love you, but I can't support this. This isn't kids' force. You gonna lose your legs. So the daughter run off and Yaya tell Leah, look, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but the next thing you say to her matters. And Leah's like, I don't know what to do. Yaya said, I don't either. And she said, okay, well, you know what? We had our little heart to heart. Now you get back to planning that event because your membership depends upon it. Yaya like, okay, sis. Okay. But Yaya gets a phone call from Boston General and finds out her mama did give her away to Deborah Ann Washington. And she confronts Debbie Morgan about it. And she's like, your mama swore me to secrecy. I think it's time to start spilling what the mama told you and unraveling the mystery. So Debbie says, okay, your mama didn't have nothing. Your father wasn't answering the phone. Work had dried up. This woman wanted to take you in. She knew you would have a better life. She didn't ask for the money. The woman insisted on paying her, but she could never sign the papers. So she got you back. She said, but you're more worried about getting in with the Franklins than honoring your mama's wishes. I was the reason she had to use the money and had to pay them back. Because I'd gotten into some trouble. But if you don't scatter them ashes soon, heifer, I'ma do it myself. So we heading to the party tonight. It's Yaya's first date, and Debbie and the daughter gonna go together to give them a little privacy. So Yaya was able to ride Leah's coattails in that Forbes article because she got a byline in the styled by section. Morris Chestnut said, okay, good job, full free press and promo. Act like you know. So he tell her, I'ma set up an interview with you tomorrow. You're doing a cut above the rest to get into this incubator. Uh-oh. So Quincy, who's been flirting with Yaya's daughter, she's like, yeah, we can't flirt no more because we related. It's a good thing she found out. Oh, Lord, but then his sister come up. You outed me as a les. You don't belong here. She like, I ain't tell your mother nothing. You the one who left your phone off lock. She said she saw the photos. So before they can really get into it, Yaya stop her and her daughter's like, you're making me forget Mama Eve. I'm like, no, she's trying to get the hair care company off the ground to honor Mama Eve. However, Joe Morton gets on stage and Yaya is mesmerized because this is the first time she's seen her father in years. Oop, 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 oop. Joe Morton said, I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. I am not retiring. Now, we gonna honor this heifer, but I ain't going nowhere. I told you. Ah! Oh, my God. They unveiled the Forbes cover, and he said, second in command. He had himself photoshopped in. Oh, my goodness. Girl, you tried it. He embarrassed you. I'm embarrassed for you. Joe pulled her off stage and said, yeah, you know that shell company? It'll hurt your husband too, so we're all going down together. Nice try, heifer. So she freaked out and got to run out to the beach after she'd seen her pappy just leaving Lance Gross with his mouth open. Oh, what? Her daughter run out and she's like, I couldn't say a word to him. Not a word. It wasn't the time to say nothing, no way. You got to have your case together first, heifer. Meanwhile, Morris is mad at Leah because he wants his company back. So she trying to tell Morris, just wait, we gonna get there. I'm gonna get to run Franklin. And he's like, no, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. You're the princess, not the queen. So he leaves, and then his white business partner comes in, and it's like, what you trying to pull? He says, he don't mean what he say. Yes, he do. Ooh, but they get to kissing, and then the daughter walk in on him. Well. So Lauren run out onto the red carpet and immediately run into her daddy. She's so stunned she can't believe what she's seen, so she can't get it out. Mama cheating. Then Mama run out and it's like, nope, let's talk about this at home. And tries to usher Lauren off, but then the popo come up and said, Tiana Taylor said you pushed her off the boat, and I said that on episode 1, because she's a heartless hating heifer. And of course she gets arrested on the red carpet. Later that night, Yaya drops by Lance's house to let him know, I'm sorry I had to run to the beach and scream for a minute. Hey, Yana goes to the bushes and weep, she goes to the beach and screams. We all have our thing. I go to the kitchen and eat. So he asking her what's up with her and Joe Morton. And she's like, I was just happy to see him honor his daughter and wanted to ask him some business questions. Because he said, I saw the way you was looking at him and something going on. So Yaya sounding kind of jealous of the Franklins. And Lan said, well, you know, my daddy used to be the head of security for him, and he caught a bullet for that man. And when my pappy passed, Teddy made sure I was good, didn't miss no meal. And Yaya's like, okay, I can't tell him, but I'm like, wait, so he took care of somebody else's child, but left us twisting in the wind. Well, he wanted to be mad at your mama. It didn't have nothing to do with you. Sadly, you were collateral damage. Just ask Future. Ask 50 Cent. He said, look, you overthinking stuff too much. Let's just float. So they get on in the pool and make out a bit more. And that's where the shit ends. Oh no, we go on and spread the mama's ashes as we recite I Rise by Maya Angelou. This was a touching scene. Oh wait, there's more. Now we got Leah going to see Joe Morton talking about the lawyer they got for Lauren's case. He said, look, I know you worrying about Lauren. I got that. You need to worry about your sister, Angela. Yeah, you was right. That night in Boston, you saw your half-sister. But I picked you and your mama over my mistress. And her baby. But then at Yaya House, we got Debbie Morgan setting fire to some picture. Debbie, I need you to come clean. Girl, all this, I wanted to keep it secret. Stop. Girl, but now Joe Morgan dropping by and Debbie Allen pulls a gun on him so quick. I'm sorry. Debbie Morgan pulls a gun on her so quick, and if I called her Debbie Allen, please charge it to my mind and not my heart. I love them both. Oh, you know what? I think maybe the mama took the drug charge for Debbie Morgan rather than, dealing drugs herself, because Debbie said she was in trouble, and I think if Debbie had gone to jail again, she would have gone away for good, but because it was the mama's first offense, she knew she could get out and get away with it. All right, well, that was the shit. I'm going to see you next week. I'm liking this.